First stop on the sunny Mediterranean route, Nice is an open and attractive city where everyone feels at home. Here there is an air of unlimited freedom. Nice is a city of gracious and easy living. The sun shines all year round. It would seem that in the Albert I gardens, the leaves are always green and the blooms never fade. Duke of Rivoli, Prince of Essling, Marshal of the Empire, Massena, the city's most illustrious figure, gave his name to this wide square separating the modern section from the Nice of old, from Nike, as the settlement was known to the mariners of ancient Greece, a maze of narrow and picturesque streets between the castle and the port. Nice has many facets. For a few emigrant princes, grand dukes, and generals, the golden bulbs of the Russian church still evoke the glitter and ostentation of other times in a faraway homeland. But along the blue Mediterranean of legend, the Promenade des Anglais evokes California as we make for the Nice Côte d'Azur airport. Ever since 1497, the two Moors of the Clocktower have struck the hours of the most serene republic of Venice. Just as in former times they saluted the glory of the Doges, celebrating the victory of the Republic's galleys over the infidel Turks under the golden dome of St. Mark's Church, today, in the shadow of the Campanile, they mark peaceful hours of relaxation on the Piazzetta. Or among the friendly pigeons of St. Mark's Square. Hours spent sauntering through the tortuous streets, where the shadow of the legendary Venetian lover Casanova still lingers. Between the sea and the laguna, Venice is bathed in soft light, a fairy city floating on the quiet water. but let the stately gondola take you through the quiet canals, drifting with the current. Past noble Renaissance residences, under just a few of the 450 bridges of which there are no two alike. And the Bridge of Sighs, the most famous of all. And then back to the heart of the city, the Palace of the Doges. St. Mark's Square. St. Mark, whose winged lion is the symbol of Venice. Rome for centuries was the capital of the world. On the Palatine Hill stands the Arch of Constantine. The Colosseum, where 80,000 spectators witnessed fights between gladiators and lions. The history of the greatest empire of antiquity unfolded among these ancient stones. Here spoke Cicero, Julius Caesar, and Emperor Augustus. Each stone of the Forum is stained with blood. Each is a witness of history which has become our history. But don't be misled. Rome is by no means a dead city slumbering among its glorious ruins. It is still a great capital, teeming with life and gaiety, with its popular markets like that of Victor Emmanuel Square, with elegant thoroughfares like the Via Veneto, lined with cafes. The traveler who casts a coin into the fountain of Trevi knows that someday he will return to Rome, to the gracious living born of 30 centuries of art and history. Last but not least, Rome is the Vatican, a place of pilgrimage for 450 million faithful, the cradle of their religion, and the home of their spiritual leader. Arrivederci Roma. Naples at night. No Italian city is as noisy, as gay, as colorful, and as sunny as Naples. Spreading crescent-shaped around one of the most beautiful bays in the world, Naples, thanks to its incomparable light, has harmoniously blended the strict beauty of its modern section with the picturesque exuberance of its old quarter, such as here in the open-air markets of the Porta Capuana. The Neapolitan streets are teeming with life, good humor, and friendliness. The imposing fortress of Castel Nuovo, the new castle, only dates from the 13th century. It defended the port against raids by barbaresque pirates. A stone's throw from Naples is Pompeii, country residence of ancient Roman aristocracy, buried under the lava of Vesuvius 2,000 years ago. Long and patient excavations have restored Pompeii to us as it was under the reign of Emperor Titus. Definitely a Mediterranean city, Barcelona is surrounded by blue. The largest port of Spain keeps alive the memory of the greatest Genoese explorer, Christopher Columbus, who with the Santa Maria sailed across the limitless Atlantic in search of a route to India and discovered America in 1492. Barcelona, a city of cotton and industry, is by no means enveloped in smoke, for year in and year out, the searing Catalonian sun shines on the wide squares and on the stately City Hall, a part of which dates from the Middle Ages. The sun warms the white houses of the Spanish village, a real museum showing the many typical aspects of the Spanish provinces. But there are more modern sections too, with wide thoroughfares and huge Espanya Square. Catalonia Square, and the extravagant church of the Holy Family, as startling as it is beautiful. Barcelona is also Tibidabo, a hill overlooking the city, covered with an immense amusement park. And sometimes in Barcelona, along toward 5 o'clock in the evening, a man enters the arena dressed in glittering gold. The Balearic Islands are a world apart, an archipelago of tiny islets caught between azure skies and blue seas. Fortresses, churches, or palaces mark the passage of navigators and settlers from many lands. The Balearic Islands are more than Spain. They are a bit of Greece, and a bit of the Orient, too. Today, in the shade of the palms, imposing luxury hotels have been built to welcome the travelers. Their terraces overlook the sea. Their private beaches and swimming pools dot the wild countryside in the midst of virgin nature. Long, sandy beaches. Breathtaking panoramas. Secret coves nestling among the rocks, where the tempo of modern civilization can be forgotten. Between the sea and the fields, life takes on a more peaceful rhythm. Traditional occupations handed down through the centuries. Picking almonds. Temperate climes, shimmering specks on limpid seas, these are the Balearic Islands.